Day 1. We all stumbled out of bed at 8:30 a.m. today. I had a bad night with our 4-year-old son, James, because he had a very sore throat all night. Missy, our 9-year-old daughter, woke up complaining of a headache and nausea. I shall have to write now a little on Missy's situation. Missy was born with a blood disease whereby she does not manufacture enough antibodies to fight infections. As a result of this, she has had to have antibodies infused intravenously into her system every 3 weeks. The week leading up to her treatment is not so good, as her body begins to struggle, and she consequently suffers from many unpleasant symptoms. In this week leading up to treatment, we adapt her learning to suit her ability. Here is an insert revision that was added in August 2000. As with the changing of seasons year by year, so it is with Missy's condition, continually changing. Missy's treatment has taken a direction whereby she now has daily subcutaneous infusions of immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins are selective antibodies drawn from donors' blood plasma. We as a family travelled to the UK and stayed at a hospital for 1 month to learn about subcutaneous therapy. This change of direction in Missy's treatment was crucial, as she was experiencing many adverse side effects from years of intravenous infusions. We returned from the UK after many wonderful learning opportunities, from flying to the undergrounds, hospitals, people's homes. Missy is now able to receive her infused immunoglobulins at home. The infusion is given into the subcutaneous tissue of the abdomen. 2 hypodermic needles are used, which are attached by a tube to a syringe, which is attached to a pump, which monitors and administers the immunoglobulins into her system. End of 2000 inserted revision. So for this day, which starts out not so good, I make a quick decision that today will be a games day. We will play most of our lessons. It is now 9 a.m. and we have just finished breakfast. And I suggest to the children that they fetch the language game for us to play. As they run off, I use the opportunity to put away the ironing. Big mistake. I should have stayed seated at the table and waited for the children to return with the game. While putting the ironing away, I see that my cupboard is getting a bit crammed, so I start pulling out clothing which has not been worn for a while. So now here I am sorting clothing, getting desperately sidetracked, and it's now 9:30. Off I go to seek out the children. The one I found in the forest climbing a tree. The other has wandered across to the cottage close to our house to visit our friends who live there. I call them in, which they're not too delighted about, and now try and persuade them that this language game will be fun. It takes about 15 minutes for them to show any signs of enthusiasm, and then we are off. We spend the next 2 hours going from one activity to the next. We do a Bible study, followed by a puppet show. Missy does some preschool activities with Jamie while I go and put a load of washing in and toss a chicken into the oven. Then we play a maths game together. They then both draw me a lovely picture to put on the wall. We need to adjust our days according to Missy's health, as she often struggles with feeling unwell in the morning, but by the afternoon she begins to feel a bit better. Lunchtime. Missy sets the table, Jamie runs out to play, I do the last bit of preparation for lunch. Once lunch is over, being Thursday, it is time for cleaning pets and their homes. Guinea pigs, hamsters, birds, dogs, all get themselves and their homes cleaned. While the children are busy with this, I make a few necessary phone calls and continue with household duties. At 5 o'clock, we gather to have some sport together. Today we had a short basketball match. By 6 p.m. we are inside having dinner. 7 o'clock is bath time. 7:30, stories are read until 8 p.m. for Jamie. We pray together, then he sleeps and I continue to read to Missy until 8:30. Then we pray together and she goes to sleep.